Do you sometimes wonder what you're meant to be doing? You get lost and you can't quite work out what you're supposed to do or even to say? Well, thankfully, there's a tool out there that'll help us. Let's explore Notion. Hello and welcome. In this video, we're going to look at Notion, one of the tools that I use in order to organize my life. If we jump on screen, you can see I use quite a range. I use Trello, which is a fantastic project management tool, mind mapping, to-do lists, and you can see I've got quite a few boards there for many different elements that I do. And also I'm using Notion as well, which is another freemium tool. You can pay for it, but I'm using the free version for the moment, and it's more than adequate for me to just basically make notes, to take all those loose ends and do something with it. So that's what I'm going to do. This will tie into my affiliate site, which is thespicesplate.com, but I wanted to start here showing how I begin the process, and in order to use this sort of tool to flesh out the to-do list of what I need to do. So we're going to go, let's title a new page. Let's call it the Spices Plate, which is obviously the domain name I've just recently bought. Let me spell it right. Okay. I'm going to go with empty with the icon, quite like that, so it has a style. Let's change this to something appropriate. We'll use that, a herb, and then let's put a cover image on it as well. What I quite like with Notion, it allows you to give it some sort of look and feel, to personalize it and make it a bit more interesting. It links to Unsplash, so I'm going to look on here for, say, some spices. Let's see what it gives me as a selection. And we got something quite nice on there. Let's try that one. Let's have a look what that looks like. There you go. That's quite nice. Yes, gives me an idea of the spices, or it could be any one of these. And you simply just click it, and it brings up the header at the top. Shouldn't be so fussy, but I am quite fussy. Let's have a look at that one. Oh, there you are. That's quite nice. I like that on the black background. So that gives me an idea of what we're looking at. Now, the beauty of Notion over the likes of Trello is it can do a little bit more. Trello works on a card sorting system, as do most of these, but Notion takes it to another level. So if you use the /, which is one of the commands, you can see it gives you a range of tools. You can obviously go straight in and start editing, but also you can build in some of these templates as well. And it comes with quite a big range of templates. For me, I'm simply going to do a to-do list, which allows you then to tick things off as you go in, which is a great way of doing it. Very similar to what you can also do in the likes of Trello. I'll do a separate video on that so you can see how that runs. So first and foremost, I bought the website. I've run it through GTmetrix. I will put a link in the description. I'll put a card there. You can see I've benchmarked the website already to give it an idea of where we're at. What I need to do now is put some tracking code in there so I can, like Peter Drucker used to say, very famous digital marketer, you can't manage it unless you measure it. And whilst we've yet to do keyword research and intent, and obviously then build out the website, I want to know how people are going through that journey with me. And the only way to do that is monitoring them with some tracking code, which is Google Analytics and Search Console. So let's add in, so Google Analytics to add, return, and you start a new checklist, and Search Console to add. You can obviously go back in if you've missed something and re-edit it. That's quite easy. We just do that on a separate screen. Add, and it works intuitively, so it does the automatic saving for you. There's no buttons to press. That makes a big difference. Search Console, other things that I need to do as well is check out themes in case I'm going to change that. I also need to then audit the plugins and add ones premium ones that I always use, like WP Rocket or Rank Math, and add premium. What else am I going to do? Right, so we're also going to then work out our intent. So this is fundamental. Before you do keyword research, what do you want the website to achieve? If you know what the intent is, then that makes it easier then to build the right entity and then push it forward. So let's develop our intent. And it's a simple document, but basically defines your goals, your aspirations, the objectives, the things you wish to achieve. And then we need to do some keyword research. And then once we've done that, we can obviously start the web development. And more importantly, after that, then fulfill it with content and then begin content writing. Now, that may seem like a very linear or prescribed method of doing things, and it is. I've walked this path quite a few times, but it doesn't just have to be that. What you can do is you could say, well, I can actually get on with some of the content writing beforehand, and I can change the order. Simply rolling over it gives you the grabbing hand, and you can drag it above. So you can change this order exactly the way you want it to work. This is what I like about the likes of Notion. It's very intuitive and allows you to do what you want. And as you can see in the side, it's very much a dashboard approach. All my other brands are there. I've put logos in there. I can bring in specific logos for it. And that reminds me, design a logo for the site, where I've gone off and I've employed the services of a couple of people on Fiverr to give me an idea and then refined it. And I think that's it for now, but if there's anything else, I could just keep jumping back in here and get it done. And as soon as I have ticked anything off, I simply tick it and you can see it completes it. So it's a very easy way for me to visually see where I'm at and what's left to do. Okay, that's it in this video. Join me in the next one where we actually start putting some of this into practice. Thanks for now.